Hi everyone, Flora. So I got several comments from people asking, what does making space really look like? This is one of the things that we spoke about yesterday. And in yesterday's video, if you missed it, we looked at making space in your life and in your business so that you can gain more clarity about those things that you really want. And also to kind of gain more direction in something maybe that you've been struggling with and whatnot. So what does it look like to make space? Well, and you know, okay, I've got like 5 things I want to say. So making space literally is just doing nothing. That's one of the ways. Another way is to get unplugged and go for a walk. So no phone. If you have your phone, put it on silent, but don't look at it. It could mean crocheting or doing some type of work where you're not really engaging the mental faculties. It could be meditation. It could be, something that puts you into that meditative state or something that kind of puts you down the rabbit hole. One of you that emailed me yesterday was actually talking about how doing nothing scares the shit out of you. And I totally get it. I grew up in a household where we were constantly doing something. We never really had downtime. And so I know the struggle that you're feeling, because when I started to unplug, when I started to learn to do nothing, it was almost painful because I always felt like I had to be doing something in order to kind of pull my weight and earn my worth. And the fact of the matter is that you beat out all the other sperm when your parents had sex, okay? And you're a miracle just by being here. And you're worthy just by being here. And when you allow yourself to say, okay, I'm feeling something in my life, I'm feeling something in my business, and it feels like I need to try to go faster and faster and faster and faster, and I need to try to get this done, I need to try to get that done, and blah, 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 blah. And that's when people start to feel the weight of the world on them. They feel the weight of decisions. They feel the weight of progress. They feel the weight of maybe finances. They feel the weight of all these expectations, and many times these expectations are what you've put on yourself. And so what happens when you're going, doing all the time, you don't have space. You don't have time off. You're literally glued to your to-do list. And you're just like, I have to get this done. And you just check it off. And when you make space and you say, okay, this can wait. My to-do list can wait. I'm just going to sit for 10 minutes. And just notice how I feel. I'm going to notice why I feel anxious. I'm going to notice why I feel overwhelmed. I'm going to notice why I feel this pressure. And just notice, like literally just sit and do nothing. And the beautiful thing about slowing down and being mindful like this is that you actually start to speed up. Now, I've heard this for years before I actually tried it. Because like I said, I grew up in a household where it was constantly going, doing. And if you weren't doing something, you were lazy, and that just wasn't going to cut it. And so in my business, when I first started way back in the day, it was constant. I was constantly doing something. And then after several years, I got burnt out, and I was like, oh, I can't keep going at this pace. This is ridiculous. And I just stopped one day. I was just like, I'm freaking tired. And I stopped and I just let myself daydream. And what happened when I did that is I allowed myself to see a vision of my future. And the vision of my future was much slower than the pace I was going currently. It was simpler. It was easier. It felt so fluid and felt so good. I was like, oh my God, I want that. How do I get that? And I actually said that out loud. I'm like, how do I get that? And I heard the words, slow down. And I was like, right. I like literally laughed out loud. And I'm just like, okay, how can I slow down when I have so much to do? Because this vision of myself and my future, I saw all these things that I've produced and all the impact that I made. And when you see your vision, when you see your future and you see all that you want to accomplish, again, this is why having goals is so important, and having a clear legacy statement of what legacy do I want to leave in the world when I'm gone. Because then you have clear direction. You have a GPS. You have that map with the big X Like, this is my legacy. This is what I'm hoping to create in the world and in my business or in my life. And then, so you have a somewhat general direction that you're going in, okay? So I allowed myself to, and I've seen this in my clients as well, is get really clear. Okay, where am I going? And then stop. Once you realize and you get really clear about where you're going, okay, stop. Instead of going, oh, this is where I want to go. Okay, boom, boosh. This is what I need to do. Stop first and say, what would be the most fun way to get there? Or what would be the simplest way to get there? What would be the most exciting way to get there? And it might not be taking an airplane. It might be taking a bike. It might be driving. It might be walking. Okay, this is all metaphors. But when you allow yourself to recognize that you don't have to say, okay, this is my goal, and then go balls to the wall, you can say, okay, this is my goal. How can I let this be easy? How can I let this be fun? And again, whatever type of experience that you want, you could say, how can I get there as fast as possible? But then you kind of miss the journey. Or you could say, how could I have this be the most fun? How could I have this be the most easy? How could I learn the most lessons? And whatever your intention is, you know, as far as going to that direction, that's what you're going to experience. And so a lot of you that I speak with on my strategy sessions and during coaching applications, you tell me that you just want to be here already. And then so I ask you what you're doing, and you're going balls to the wall. You're not giving and making space for you to move more meticulously. And the beautiful thing about slowing down and making space is you literally start to see and learn shortcuts. And when you start to recognize these shortcuts, and you're not bypassing anything, you're just skipping ahead on things that are non-essentials that you were going to do, but really didn't make an impact and wouldn't have made an impact in your journey towards whatever it is that you're wanting. And so that's how when you slow down, you actually speed up, because you recognize those things that are non-essential that you don't really need to do anyway, you know? It's what I call busy work. And when you cut out the busy work and just do what actually works, and you focus your time and attention on feeling a certain way, then what happens is you start to move in the direction that you want to go much, much quicker. Okay? So today, again, if you don't have a goal, this is like the biggest thing that I could ever impress upon you. Have a goal. Have a goal that you're working towards. If not, you're literally on a hamster wheel, running every day and not getting anywhere. Truly. Some people are like, well, I'm running towards retirement. Not if you're at a desk job or doing something that you've been doing for the last 20 years, because you literally have 1 year experience repeated 20 times, and you're wasting your life. If you're not feeling joy, if you're not being happy, if you're just grinding away and wishing away your time, which is the only thing that you can't get back. So that's a whole other conversation. But anyway, have a goal for your life, have a goal for your passions and the impact that you want to make, and then slow down. Give yourself time and space in your life during your day to say, okay, this is where I want to go. And then ask yourself, what's the experience that I want to feel while I am going there? Is it joy? Okay, how can I have the most joy and have the most fun while I'm going from where I'm at to where I want to be? And then ask that question and sit in silence. Sit in that space of possibility, okay? Edison, when he created his Mazda Lamp, he actually would go to the land of possibility, and he would actually sit on his rocking chair with a stone in his hand, and he would close his eyes and he would go to the land of possibility. And this is actually a technique that he learned from his mentor, Mazda. I can't remember Mr. Mazda's first name, but anyway, and he was sitting there and he would meditate, kind of go into the land of possibility, and he would hold the rock, so just in case he fell asleep, his hand would relax and the rock would drop, and then he would wake up. So he'd be like, oh, okay. And that's how he invented the incandescent light bulb. That's how he invented the lamp. Or his first lamp was called the Mazda Lamp. But, you know, this is something that when you allow yourself to recognize that when you plug into spirit, when you plug into possibility through space, through doing nothing, through giving the opportunity voice, okay, what happens is you start to step aside and say, all right, peeps, show me an easier way, or show me the funnest way possible, or show me a shortcut. Show me things that I don't know. Because building a business is partially your doing and partially your mentors and partially source energy. Because when you get that idea of a business, you're like, oh, I want to do this. That's spirit coming through you, inspiring you to share your gifts and to share something with the world. So why would you not tune in and tap into spirit when it comes to building your business, creating your vision, and putting it out there to the world? You know what I mean? So again, today, figure out what your goal is and then make space. Make space for opportunity. Make space and time for that clear direction and that clear vision to move through you and to guide you in what you do. And when you slow down like this, you actually achieve your results faster than if you were to just try to muscle through and just do it all yourself. So I hope that this serves you. If you are looking for a mentor or a coach in your personal life or spiritual life or in your business life, let me know, because this is the time of year where I do open up coaching for my various tiers of coaching. I do have 3 tiers available. So if you are interested, what I want you to do is click the link below, fill out a coaching application, and we will have a conversation. I love you all, and I hope this serves you, and have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your day. Mwah!